All right, I believe we are alive or about to be live. Cool. So Isaac, just as a heads up, I'm going to talk to you, but I'm also going to address the invisible audience of YouTube. Sound good? Cool. All right. Well, welcome guys. This is Parkour and Freerunning level 2. So this is our intermediate class. That means that we are going to be practicing skills that are slightly harder than the class we had before. As you may see, I have one friend with me today. This is Isaac. Everybody say hi, Isaac. Nobody else is here really. So it's just me. Again, this is the first Zoom class anybody showed up for, which is cool. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on forward rolls, shoulder rolls. I already told Isaac this. He's ready. He's got his panel mat out. I've got my yoga mat. Cool. Let's get to it. Isaac, should we do a little warm up? Yeah, it'll be really quick. Let me make sure I don't cut off my head. All right, let's start with just some jumping jacks. Jumping, swinging your arms. Here we go. And now let's just jog in place. We're just gonna get our bodies moving a little bit. And then can you do high knees? Lift your knees up high. And butt kicks, kick your butt. And then back to jumping jacks one last time. Faster. All right, and you can relax for a second. Okay. Swing your arms, big circles backwards. All right, so Isaac, just as a heads up for you, I have the YouTube stream mostly on my video. So that way, not everybody will see you do everything. So don't worry about that. You're not, out there on YouTube that much. I will have you demonstrate some things for me though, because I know you're going to be good at them. Big circles forwards. Arms across the front. And then keep your feet firm on the ground and twist. Okay. Let's do a few kicks just to get our legs moving. So we're just going to do like one leg kicks like this, or kick up to the other arm. We should do 5 on each leg. Once you finish on one, switch to the other one. Cool. And then we're going to do 5 kicks backwards. So keep your chest up tall, keep your legs straight, and kick it up 5 times. And then switch to the other leg. All right. We can get started with our rolls. So you know how to do a forward roll already, I'm sure. So why don't you show me that? Very nice, cool. So I'm gonna actually have you demonstrate really quick. So let me switch this. All right, so if you take a look at Isaac, he's gonna do another forward roll. Very nice, cool. Things just to point out before we move on, because he's got forward rolls down nice and easy, is he's using his hands at the start, his head does not touch the ground, and he stands up without using his hands. Cool. Isaac, do you remember your shoulder roll? Let's see. Yeah, very good. All right, that was also really good. Again, he's starting a little bit to the side, dropping his shoulder down. All right, I'm sure you remember how to do the dive roll, right? Reaching up or reaching forwards, but as you jump. And so let's start with, if you're comfortable with it, you can do a dive roll, forward roll, or you could do a dive roll shoulder roll. Okay, I'll let you choose. Nicely done. You all good? 2 in a row. All right, you want to try the shoulder roll now? A little bit of a jump. There we go. Woo! Don't do a second roll. You keep running into stuff. Okay. So like you're doing for the dive roll, we want to make sure that we lift our hips up in the air, but then lower ourselves down with our hands. So those looked really good. Have you tried the dive shoulder roll before? Yeah, there we go. Very nice. Cool. All right, well, moving forward, let's do a little bit of prep. So you can do in the gym, Isaac, you can do a front flip, right? Yeah, I thought so. So what we're gonna do is, can you use that cushion that you have there? That one? Yeah. No, sorry, the other side. Can you use that thing? Yeah. So let's pull it out into the floor, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do dive rolls up onto it. So if you're following along at home, what we're gonna work on is doing dive rolls up onto a surface. It's gonna be, I mean, it's good for some of us. It's gonna be the closest thing we can get to a flip as of right now. Now, Isaac, make sure that you're not going to go flying off the other side into that thing that you kept rolling into, right? So go ahead, scoot it back a little bit, actually. Put it like right in the middle of the panel mat. So scoot it back. Yeah. All right, so what I want you to do is you're going to start on the floor, jump, reach your hands onto the mat, and do either the gymnastics forward roll or the shoulder roll up on top, lifting your hips up high and trying to roll over. Yes, very good. Nice. So this is going to simulate not only the takeoff for the flip, but then the landing of the flip. So try that a couple more times for me, Isaac. Cool. Nice. All right. Cool. Next, let's try the shoulder roll. Same deal, but shoulder roll. Yeah, good, good. One more. Nice. Okay. So Isaac, since you're flying through this, we're going to keep flying through it. Can you turn it sideways for me so it's kind of the skinny way? Yeah. I would be doing this with you, but I actually don't have one of these down here. I have one upstairs in my parents' living room, but they might be up there doing work and stuff, so I'm not going to grab it. Okay, we're going to move on to prep for a side flip. So I know you're familiar with the front flip, but have you done the side flip before? Yeah, okay. So here's what we'll do is you're gonna approach that. Here, let me grab. So you're gonna come towards that table there. And instead of doing the normal roll where we go straight over our head, you're actually gonna come up and you're gonna put your arm down so that you turn sideways to it. And we're gonna do like a shoulder roll, but it's gonna be a lot more sideways. Okay, your goal is to roll over the top of your back here and not necessarily like your whole back, just the top, and your feet go up in the air and then land on the ground on the other side. Do you know what I mean by that? Yeah, you want to give it a shot? Let's try it. Okay, so start a little bit further back so that you roll more on top instead of launching off the other side. Nice. Let's try it again. Let's see. Okay, so Isaac, you're not turning enough to the side. So think about as you come forwards, right? We're reaching our hand this way and we're turning our shoulder to the side, but also twist your hips so that you're turning your whole body sideways. Instead of going kind of like a shoulder roll, it's going to be like a sideways roll. Yeah. Almost. Lower your chest down more. So look at me really quick. When you're going for your roll, you're like this. So see how high my chest is compared to my hips? You want to lower your chest down a little bit more and go a little more sideways. Almost. That was just on your elbow. Try to put your back on the ground or on the bench. Yeah, like that, okay? That was really similar to what a side flip's gonna feel like. All right, so try that a few more times. Almost a little, you jumped a little too far out. There we go, that was closer. Good, 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 good. So one of the things, is that thing really soft? Yeah. So one of the things that you can try as you're doing this is as you take off, when you're comfortable with it, if you jump just a little bit more, so you kind of land more on your back and you do more of the flip before you land the roll. Do you want to try that? Yeah, okay. So this is a perfect drill for learning how to side flip. And actually, if you try hard enough as you're doing this, you could teach yourself how to side flip right there, which is really cool. But just work on jumping to your back and rolling and then landing on your feet again. Cool. And then the same thing can kind of happen with front flip as well. If you did a normal like dive roll going straight over your head, you could try flipping a little bit more and landing like in a sitting position on there if you wanted to try that. But let's stick to the side flip for right now. You want to do a few more for me? Yes, that looks really good. Nice. Okay. So the next thing we can think about, Isaac, is as we come over the top, think about trying to grab onto your legs and then releasing. So doing like a tuck and a release like we would in like a front flip or the side flip itself. There you go. So now we're getting into that tight little ball. Nice. Yes, very good. Cool. All right. Let's I want you to do one more and then we're gonna try something a little different. Cool. So you've got that down. That is the steps to doing a side flip. And if you wanted to, Isaac, later, if you want to try that more, I think you could get pretty close to getting closer to the side flip. It would be trying to do more of the flip and less of the roll, but always making sure you stay over the top of that soft bench ottoman thing, whatever you want to call it. So that way you have it there to save you so you don't fall on your butt. Sound good? Cool. All right. The next thing I want to do is, will you push that all the way back to where you're standing? Cool. And this one I can do with you because I actually have this couch so I can demonstrate. All right, great. So if you're watching at home, we've got something that we have that's tall, and then we have the mat on the floor. So Isaac, come on up to the computer. You can just watch me do this first, and then you can try it, all right? So all I want to do is we're just going to practice catching ourselves in a dive roll so that we can be safer, because I don't know if you've seen somebody in parkour do a dive roll before, but they do like really big dive rolls, like up and over things and like catch themselves, and they're really safe with it, but it's also kind of risky. So I wanted to go over a few of the things to like really catch ourselves and make sure that we're doing it correctly. So one of those things is going to be catching yourself with your hands. So what we'll do is we're going to start just up on top of our object like this, holding our hands here, and we're going to kind of push up like we're in a handstand or like a half handstand. And this is going to put all the weight on our arms. And then you're going to work on lowering yourself down into the roll. And this is just going to make it so that you can feel what it's like to really catch all of your weight on your hands and lower yourself down. So if you want to start, you can jump in. If you want to start by just going up like this with your feet up on top and then catching yourself and rolling down. Yeah, very good. Try doing it in like slow motion. So put your hands down and then really lower. Good. So go ahead, back up on top. Put your hands on the floor, but don't go anywhere. Okay, can you put your hands together like in a diamond shape? Yeah, there you go. And now go for the roll. Good. Okay. So do you feel like it's putting a little more pressure on your arms this time? Yeah. Good. Okay. So what we can try, since you've got that, if you're watching at home and you don't quite have that yet, keep going with that. But Isaac, what you can try is starting up like you were starting here, but then reaching down and going for the roll right away. So you go down and then roll. Good. Okay. So already you're putting yourself at a higher spot than you were when you were doing your dive roll before. So when I had you practice the dive roll on the floor, you weren't jumping too high. You were jumping like just a little bit. But now if you look at where your hips are, they're already pretty high up. So you're catching yourself in the roll. This is going to help you get more confident with being able to do kind of a bigger dive roll. So go ahead, try it a few more times. Yeah, very nice. I like the reach out on that one. You traveled far, which is good. Yes. How does it feel? Good? All right. Nice. Nice. Oh, don't run into anything. Yeah, slide it back. Let's try another one. Very good. Nice. Good, Isaac. Okay. The other thing you can try, Isaac, if you want, is you can do one of the normal forward rolls from there. Start again just with your hands on the ground and really work on lowering yourself down without your head touching into the roll. Definitely take this one a little bit slower because we're going straight overhead, there is going to be a little bit more bump on your back. Good. That looked really smooth. Nicely done. Yes. Very good, Isaac. Awesome. Couple more. Yeah, good. I was about to say, if you feel like you're comfortable, go ahead, dive right into it. And by that, I mean, just send it from the top there. Good. Nice. All right. Okay. Last thing I want you to try before we'll do like a little bit of conditioning. Can you turn that the long way again, but keep it right where it is? So keep it up against, or actually you're gonna have to move it out just a little. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, now scooch it forwards just a little bit away from the wall. I want you to be able to stand in between that and the wall. Can you do that? Okay. So what you're gonna try is from right there, you're gonna try to do a roll up on top of that, but then land on top of it. So don't go down the other side. Stay up on top and then see if you can reach and do a roll on the floor. So make sure you don't bump into that thing at the end though, okay? Okay, so when you do this roll, this is where it gets tricky. So check it out if you want to see my tip. So look here, if I have this really tight space, right? See my green mat? That's the edge here. I want my head and my shoulders to be as close to that edge as possible. So what that means is that as I go, my hands are going to be right on the edge, and I have to kind of jump so that my head goes past the edge this way, and my back lands right on the edge here. That way I can keep my roll in tighter. If I jump too far forward, yeah, there you go, good. Okay, this might be really hard to do because it's going to be on that really squishy surface, but you could try turning your feet to the side and kind of coming up on your knees and then going rather than on your feet. Do you know what I mean? Let's try it. Yeah, it's close. It's a little short. So check out this roll here. If I do my roll and then I can turn my feet sideways and end up on my knees, then I could be able to reach down to the floor. Yeah, like that. Oh, almost. Okay. It's a little short, but I think you can make it work. You're gonna have to really make that roll super tiny. Yeah, that was close. That was close. Oh, so close. Okay, if you need to. Okay, see right there how you have one knee solid and one foot down? If you need to, do it and then land like this with one knee on, let your foot touch the ground, and then go into the roll. Hey, nice. That was awesome. Cool. Nicely done, Isaac. Try that one more time. Yes, Isaac, you got the hang of it now. Cool. All right, so there's the dive roll up and the dive roll down combined together. That's pretty cool. All right, Isaac, we are running short on time. So let's do just a little bit of conditioning. All right. And then before we go, I just want to talk to you, ask you about the class, what you thought. Okay. So let's do using your little couch thing, because I know that you can do it. You can keep it where it is. I want you to just do 10 jumps up on top and back down. Good. I'll do them with you. Cool. Nicely done. All right. And then one more thing. I want you to put your feet up on top. You're going to go up kind of in this handstand position, and we're going to do push-ups. I want you to do as many as you can in a row without stopping. How many do you think that'll be? Oh, man, I forgot. Isaac's super strong, so he's going to do this forever. Isaac, if you get to 15, you can stop. Nice. Okay. So that's it for today. Isaac, don't go anywhere yet. I'm going to end the live stream, and then I just want to ask you some questions about the class, okay?